Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European crossover webinar. And we're seeing indices rebound a little bit off of these lows. We are seeing the cash pop up a little bit here, maybe coming into a little bit of resistance coming in there. Looks like we may be able to jump just above that. Well, going in, I've kind of rearranged the charts to make things easier for the things that I think that are critical to have on. I'm always adjusting things, but I always like to have this. This is just a feed from Rhythmic, and they've got full depth, so I can kind of get an idea. But if you look, come down here, one of the things I noticed, and I didn't take a long, kind of regret that, but I just gotten up. But look at all this volume that was going on, and so when we came here, I said, "Wow, probably wouldn't be a bad place to just grab a long, but might have to just wait till it jump back down." And we just kept taking off. That was like at 26. And next thing you know, it's to 29. Next thing you know, it's just at 46 and it's just running. But one of the things I looked at, look at all that volume that was now. That being said, we traded in here for a while, but look, pretty decent amount of volume. Look at that. It kind of told me I'm thinking people trying to cover ahead of the CPI. And I thought maybe I'm just coming in. I just woken up something. Maybe I'm just a little bit late, but at the time it was at 26. Next thing I was 29. Next thing I was at 46. So in my notes I put, I think we might be able to make a run for 80. And here we are. We shall see. If you look on here, 80 would also be the close from yesterday. I'm just showing RTH right now. I'm not showing the session here. There we're at. It took that dip down into 91, and we've seen a pretty good little rebound. There's yesterday's close right there. Pull this over. So let's go on and move into the to FX. Well, we'll see. Is we did have UK manufacturing that came in up 0.5, half of a percent. This was a couple hours ago. German HICP final came in at 4.1%. Once again, a couple hours ago. And let's see. We do have UK construction output. That already came out also. It was down 0.2. Put this in here so you can see that. And then we have CPI, US CPI coming out today. That'll be the big mover. We do have a 30-year bond auction. Oh, wow. FOMC meeting minutes. Didn't even realize that. So let's go move on to FX. Moving to the euro. Yeah, look, even in the euro, we'll kind of come back up a little bit. Although, look, we've been down as low as 15.22, so we did set a new low yesterday. So we've had our 15.41. slash 1496. Let's go on in. We've talked about that 1496 being a huge weekly pivot, weekly level. I mean, it's absolutely huge. But it looks like we're kind of holding up okay here in the euro. We've kind of bounced back. And immediate resistance will be right there, 1570, but it's CPI. My thinking is that it's already been baked in. So I think it could be discounted, although we already, same thing with the inflation, and we've already had a pretty good run here. If you look at crude oil, remember we had $82 as our resistance because that was a monthly wick, and we got to 82.18, and now we're still down pretty low. I mean, we're $1.75 off these highs. So maybe once again, they'll kind of discount it. Looking at the 10-year rate, that has come down to 158. Remember, on the weekly, we had the potential to get to 1.636. I think the high they got to was like 1.61. So once again, I think even if you see a jump up, I think they kind of faded in a little bit, but there was that potential. This would be a real big stretch up in here. We'll go 1593, but 1624 would be that real big push. So 1593. Let's go move into the cable. Nasdaq weakening just a little bit. Remember, I was looking for 1680. They got to 1677 and a quarter because I thought they might make it to 83. And we had, I showed you a little bit of volume there at 80 and 83. So I thought they might be able to push up a little bit higher. Let's take a look at cable. They didn't get that dip like the way Euro did, but same thing, still trying to push up. We've got 36.61. I was going to say we're moving back to our old level, which was 36.64. We revised it down to 61. And then all of a sudden it popped up to 64. Let's go here, 36.98. 36.98. Support, we had 35.16. It's holding pretty well. So let's go with $35.47. I'm moving into the Aussie dollar. Holding up pretty good. Remember, we had that 73.70, so we got above 73.70 yesterday. We got up to 73.84, but we closed down to 73.51. So we're doing all right with our support and resistance. We had 72.72. Let's just go with these wick touches. Got 72.98. And resistance 74.01. And then to dollar yen. Well, we've talked about this. 1367 is that monthly, but we have wicks going into 1439 to 1451. I think we've come so far so fast that we're, and 1367 is a weekly close level, which would be a resistance. And don't forget, if you're looking at the 10 years, kind of ease back a little bit. So 1367 remains a monthly. I don't know. I think that we've just come so far so fast. Tell you what, we'll go with 1367, which is huge. And we'll go with 1402. I'm not sure we can even make it up to even those wicks, because I think this CPI is priced in. And that's what I'm thinking with equities too. Support, we'll keep it at 1267. And then going to the dollar index. No changes, 94.55, 93.80, no changes. And then going to Bitcoin. Same thing here. Look at this huge. It's a phenomenal run. I got to go with the high from yesterday. I think we've just gone so far so fast. 57,075. And support, we're going to go with this wick down here. 53,844. And then moving into S&Ps. Yeah, we're just not sure how far we're going to, dip down to. Although, once again, I think the CPI is priced in, though. So let's go with 4307. We'll go with 4317 and 4307. Resistance 43.55. That's gonna be huge. And beyond 43.72. And going to the Nasdaq. $14,810. And on the downside, $33. You can see the bottom of this little zone area here. See that? And there's 501. So I think it's going to be key between 14,501 to 14,533. Then if you look here, there's, you see right here, there's a low there at 1443 and a low there at 497 and it closed at 14,489. So we could go at 14,484. There's some heavy volume at 14,450. And it's a little bit at 472. So 14,450 would be huge. We'll go with that'd be a huge, huge, huge drop. So we'll just go with 14. But key volume level, if we would go down there, then next up is gold. You can see if we get a relief rally, let's say in indices, that may allow gold to pop up. So I think gold is, I don't like gold. I haven't liked gold. I don't know why people even bother with it. But you could see a spike relief. And that could get us to 1789. If we see that relief rally across the board. And this probably has more to do about positioning. So you end up jumping. The same way you got to 80, you jump up here to 89. And support would be 43. And lastly, on crude oil, I think he's going to have a tough time getting past this 80.97. But we'll go 81.15. And support 79.74. So we'll stick with that. So there we have it. There's a bias chart. I'll get that posted. And thanks for joining us here on the European Cross webinar.